Hello YouTube, here we go with part 2, well technically part 1 of this playthrough. Last time on the playthrough we just went through a couple of the cutscenes and kind of resetting up the configuration because this game kind of blows with its configuration. So, where we are now is we are in the bar at Nar Shaddaa where we were just double-crossed by IG-88, thus the name of the level, double-crossed at Nar Shaddaa. Essentially we went to him for information about our dead father, Morgan Katarn, and who killed him. And all we got was the fact that he was killed by a Dark Jedi, and that the Dark Jedi had either hired IG-88 or knew him or something like that. And IG-88 wanted some information about a data disk his father left that was encrypted with some form of encryption that even he, as a droid, couldn't break. So that brings us to where we are now, kind of on our little escape from here, but we're also chasing IG-88. And we're going to run into our first enemies right off the bat. And these guys are great. I don't know why he didn't die. 2 shots. So, normally, these guys in the gray shirts are a 3-shot kill. And those guys in the orange shirts are a 2-shot kill. Let's see if we can... There we go. I don't know what happened there. Sometimes the game freaks out. So yeah. AI's not horrible, there's already enough. They did. They're not, they tend to just move and I mean, 95, you can't ask much more. There's no cover system or anything like that. But it also isn't idiotic. Okay, these guys are neutral. They didn't do anything, they run around like a maniac if you accidentally punch them. Oh, I killed him. They don't really have any purpose in the game other than to show the fact that there aren't just people trying to shoot at you. There are also fairly neutral characters that don't really complain, I believe. And I don't really feel like killing this guy. Oh, this crosshair is so bad. I'm done. So you see that most of the time I'm using my pistol. This is the Briar Blaster pistol, and also Kyle Katarn's preferred weapon of choice in the game series. It's not that it's a better gun than the E11 blaster rifle, the Stormtrooper blaster rifle. It's just that I feel like it's more effective at this point in the game, because they both do the same damage. The blaster pistol has a lower rate of fire, but it also consumes 1 ammo per shot, whereas, really, the E11 consumes 2. So, there's really not much else. I mean, this is just basic shield health system. It's in most games. There's also other items to pick up. You'll see I have, that's a field light. It's actually fairly useful at some sequences. I mean, a lot of times lighting is a gimmick, but it actually comes in handy along with the night vision goggles. Like, that's one thing I noticed with the other games. I end up running out. I noticed that the IR and stuff like that, they're used like maybe twice in the entire game, and I like it. I like the fact that it forces you to adapt. It's a different change instead of just the environment changing. The other thing this game has is puzzles. Maybe not on the level of Portal, but they're there. Also, one rather irritating, probably noticed from that little exchange back there, is that the guys who punch, they go straight through your armor or shields. It's extremely irritating at this point in the game because there's no...
What's happening?
There's a lot of little sections that they like to ambush you. And there really isn't a whole lot of way out of it, especially if you're new to the game. If you're a new player to this game, you're probably going to get hit by them, and by probably, I mean definitely. So just keep that in mind. There are things designed to do damage to you unless you know the game.
What's happening?
And honestly, like, sections like this, if you weren't paying attention and you just kind of sat down there and was like, oh, there's an elevator coming, you'd miss this the first time. Not important, because you just recall it, but later in the game it does become an important mechanic. It's like a timing system. In fact, I believe, and we found a secret area. Okay. I believe there's a little segment coming up in a minute in which timing is a little bit more important. Maybe not life-threatening, but if you don't time it right, you're not gonna progress in the level. Slow elevators are also something you're gonna deal with in this game. There are several sections where you sit and wait for an elevator, especially if you miss it the first time. Yeah, I mean, I like the graphics in this game. They're very... It provides the darker atmosphere that this game kind of has. It does it pretty well. Alright, we're gonna call this elevator and we're just gonna go straight for it. We're not gonna go for the little... sliding down. There's also no headshot multiplier, which I find kind of strange. I don't know, maybe I'm just used to it from other games. But no matter where you shoot him in the foot, it does the same damage. As far as I've been able to my playing of this game. Oh, did your gun really fall off the cliff? I'm done. Ammo conservation is a thing. If you're like a decently smart first-person shooter player, you're probably not going to run away. Especially like if you do, as I suggest in this first sequence of the game. Damn it. I hate it when like, you think you're good and then you accidentally back it. They're also silent most of the time. The ones with the fists. So the ones with the guns usually grunt or something to alert you. But the grams that are just melee, they tend to be silent. So they can kind of get that element of surprise. It just makes them a little more interesting to deal with. And I am sprinting through this section. I don't really want to engage right now. There's plenty of enemies for me to fight down here. That was actually silly. Oh my god, I thought he was dead. Listen to my own words on time to kill. Oh well. Oh, this is... I do this every time I play this game. Forget to hit that button. I always feel like an idiot for it, because I know it's there. I know I have to hit it to make this elevator move. And every single time, I ignore it. That's not necessary. This is somewhere you probably want to back up. There's like 3 or 4 little melee guys. Where did you go? Doors will actually damage you. It's something that is... I don't know if it's unique to the series, but I've never seen a game that does it kind of like that. I know, like, a lot of times elevators, if they start falling, they will go. But in this game, if a door closes on you, it'll do a small amount of damage, which is different to me, but it works. And we are nearing the end of this segment. You can kind of see from there, there's a tie bomb. Going for lift off. Don't know what happens. Oh! I'm actually gonna go back because there's an elevator here and I don't know where it goes, so I'm gonna go check it out. Oh. Hit the ground. Oops. My shields and health are fairly low, which is pretty common at this point in the level because you do have a back to tank and it kind of wants you to use it because it wants to get familiar with the items. But oh yeah, back to tank does restore health. Something I feel about this, but the equivalent of instant use health pack, stim kit, whatever. Actually, this is the section I mentioned earlier with having a time-sensitive little section. So you go here, you drop down, you come up here, it drops health, which is very nice of it. item drops are not randomized in this game. Specific enemies will drop health, or they won't. It's that simple. It's not an algorithm, which I guess is kind of what you would expect from a game this old. But it's just something to keep in mind. So, and this right here, if you wait too long, this thing closes and you can't jump up. Again, you can hit that button again, it'll open it up, then you can hit it again, it'll start closing again. But it's a pain in the butt. So, this section right here, it's a bit of a joke in my opinion. There's like 400. Once you kill the guys with the rifles in this segment, nothing can really hurt you. If you're in this wide open space, you move at decent speed and everything else just tries to punch you, and obviously trying to punch a pistol at long range is just not gonna happen. And these guys are grunting when they're coming at you. I guess it's just when you surprise them. I guess they're capable, unlike the other enemies where they kind of shoot after they grunt. Like, these can punch you if you get too close. I don't know where you're going. No secret. I don't think elevators at this point actually... I've reached the end of the level, otherwise I'd probably be dying. I can use my backpack now. But I'm just gonna... And here we go, final cutscene of the level. And we get to see IG-8. He's caught up with him. So, here we go.
Leaving so soon?
Oh, whenever I need to find you, you're always in some kind of trouble.
Jan, what a pleasant surprise!
What would you do without me, Kyle?
I'd be a content old man.
Somehow I don't see content or an old man. So much for the relaxing chat.
Jan, meet me at the top. I've got to get that disc.
Alright, and that, I think, will conclude this part of the video. We found, as you can see, a pitiful 1 of 6 secrets. I honestly don't think I've ever found more than that. I don't really care about secrets, but if you're that kind of a person, this may irritate you a little bit. I apologize. So this will cap off this first segment of the video. We're going to start the second mission in a little bit. As of right now, it's gone fairly smoothly. I've taken quite a bit more damage than I probably would have wanted. And I don't remember if I respawn with any more health. But yep, this wraps it up for this time. I'll see you next time, YouTube.